Amid the majestic mountains, magnificent landscapes, and varied shoreline of Vancouver Island, Canada, the epic tale of a noble whale unfolded in tranquil ocean waters. This true love story involved a young male orca named Luna, who became separated from his family and then befriended humans while staying in Nootka Sound on the island's west coast. Luna's amiability attracted journalists from around the world who wanted to witness and document the event.
My name is Mike Parfit. My wife Suzanne Chisholm and I came to the town of Gold River, near the fjord called Nootka Sound, to write an article about a whale. It was supposed to be a little story, a curiosity. So we came here for 3 weeks. We stayed a little longer than we expected. 3 years. Because a whale story is never a little story. And a life does not have to be human to be great.
Saving Luna is a 93-minute documentary based on the couple's extraordinary experiences with the orca. The film depicts the heartwarming relationship between human and whale. Since its release, Saving Luna has garnered over 19 international awards. Supreme Master Television had the honor of speaking with Mr. Parfit about his interactions with Luna and his work in producing the loving film.
The story of Luna is the story of a little whale who appeared on the coast of Vancouver Island several years ago all by himself. Nobody knew where he'd come from, nobody knew who he was, and he started trying to make friends with people. By making friends, I'm just saying that's sort of approximately what humans would call it. We don't know really what he wanted, except that orcas are extremely social animals. He didn't need food from people. He had plenty of food. But he kept coming up to people and looking at them and playing with their boats and eventually even sort of playing tug or fetch with people.
That whale needs and wants and craves attention.
I felt that he was desperately lonely.
Here's a whale that doesn't follow the rules.
It was incredibly surreal.
I touched him! No, I touched him that much.
And I remember being amazed that he wanted to see us as much as we wanted to see him.
Michael Parfit had many unique encounters with Luna.
And he did all kinds of these amazing things trying to set up some sort of a bond. And one of the things that he really loved to do was roll over on his side and look at you and make eye contact. And that was one of the striking things that people noticed.
When he pops up and he looks at you
In a sort of contemplative way.
You would be mesmerized or something.
I don't know, he just had a way of getting inside of my head and my heart.
People from all walks of life, including government officials, scientists, environmentalists, localists, and tourists, who came to catch a glimpse of Luna, were touched by his desire for friendship. Most showed great concern for the welfare of this charming mammal. Eventually, the gentle orca became a symbol of love in many hearts. The indigenous peoples, also known as the First Nations, believed that Luna represented a respected spirit.
There's a First Nations group there called the Mo-Chut-Muchlet people, and they, one of their chiefs, actually their main chief, had died just about the time that Luna showed up, and they believed that Luna was sort of a reincarnation. In our words, we would say reincarnation. It was a little more complicated than that, but they felt that he carried the spirit of this chief who had died. And to the First Nations, orcas are extremely revered. They believe that orcas essentially maintain the justice of the seas, whereas the wolf has the same role on land. And they often see these two roles as being interchangeable. An orca will come up out of the water and turn into a wolf in their culture.